No offense to Bellamy, and no offense to this crusty dogma, but I think Bartolomeo got this one. I'm just saying. Alright, so this chapter, for the most part of One Piece 706, mainly did two things, in my opinion. One, it was more establishing a little bit of what was going on with Bellamy, and a little bit of learning more about him and what he's done since the last time we've seen him. And also, it was hyping up this Bartolomeo guy. Like, if it wasn't enough that he defeated a vice admiral and left him in the garbage room last chapter, now this dude is seeming even more formidable. And apparently, he's a supernova, they're calling him now, because I guess maybe there's like maybe a new line of supernovas or something. There's like a whole new breed. And I'm seeing a little bit of now that Oda's really just trying to bring in some new characters and a new cast of people slowly in there, as far as like, some new guys. And this Bartolomeo guy is slowly winning me over as this cruel and badass guy. Like, throws a bomb into the crowd, doesn't give a shit. And I'm liking him. I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking him. Right now, I'm putting my money on B block for Bartolomeo. I think he's going to take this one. No offense to Bellamy, because it looks like Bellamy is desperate. And once again, this goes back to, I don't understand why Doflamingo would let him live if he wasn't even going to let him be a part of his crew. Maybe he just felt that he was so pathetic and just was like, whatever, because he's not even a part of Doflamingo's crew, we find out in this chapter. He's basically participating in this tournament so that he can get back on the crew and become an executive or whatever. Even though it seemed as though he was repping for Doflamingo, he's really just here trying to prove himself. And he seems a bit obsessed with Doflamingo. I don't know. He seems like, I want to get on his boat over when he said that thing about a big wave is coming in, I'm trying to get on Lord Doflamingo's boat. I was just thinking, like, get off a dude's nuts. Get off of Doflamingo's nuts, Bellamy. That's the thing that I was thinking when I saw that. She's like, come on, are you serious? Now, I'm curious. I'm really, really curious to know what the hell he did up in Skypiea, because he claimed that he went to Skypiea shortly after what happened, and he gave this really sinister look as if he did some messed up shit up there. Now, Eneru apparently might not have been up there, but then again, if he would have gotten up against Eneru somehow and beat the shit out of Eneru, which I don't see happening, because, I mean, Eneru was way above, like, I couldn't see Bellamy being able to beat him if Eneru returned somehow to Skypiea after the events of it, which I don't think he did, because we did see the cover pages of him going to the moon or some crazy shit, and I hope we see Eneru, but that's a different topic. But, so, I wonder exactly what he did up at Skypiea, and the way he was saying that after he arrived back from Skypiea, he had a complete change. What could be so different about dude? His bounty is what, 195? So I mean, he's seeming formidable, but I'm just really waiting to see what he has learned and what he has accomplished and what he gained after going to Skypiea. And also, if he slaughtered the people of Skypiea, that's some messed up shit. After I felt as though Luffy and them saved, it was like, at the end of the day, Luffy and them aren't superheroes, and they can't be around forever to save those people. So if Bellamy went up there and did some messed up shit, which I don't know, because Bellamy, he seems to have matured for some reason. Maybe he went up there and he gained a new self-respect for himself and a new perspective on life. I don't know. That's just a thought out there, because he seemed a lot more mature now. He seemed as though he let things go. When he talked to Luffy, he told him, I'm even after saying all this, how, you're the man that ruined my reputation. I'm not harping on this right now. I'm more concerned about getting on Doflamingo's nuts. I mean, his boat. And overall, I mean, maybe he didn't really slaughter people, but that kind of just really makes Skypiea more relevant for the people that always say, skip Skypiea. Skypiea is the worst arc. It has no relevance. Once again, we're hearing about Skypiea, not to mention the poneglyphs on there. So people that say skip Skypiea, well, then you don't know what you're talking about when you read this chapter. It's like, wait, what's Skypiea? So there you go with that. And as far as just like Bartolomeo, I think this dude is gonna wreck shit up. We have this Dogma guy that is like, trying to be a cheater. At the end of the day, that ain't gonna get him far at all. He's gonna probably get his ass wrecked along with his entire paid off crew that they're all trying to jump everybody. So it's only a matter of time. I think next chapter, I don't even think really Bellamy is gonna be able to do anything, because I just really got, I don't know, I got a suspicion that this Bartolomeo guy is just going to wreck everybody. He just kicked the Vice Admiral's ass right before this match, and he's not even tired or anything, so he's going to wreck shit, and I can't freaking wait. I'm actually really starting to like this guy. Now, I'm wondering what is his race, because there's a fishman in the battle, but I think he's paid off by Dogma. But Bartolomeo kind of looks a little bit like a fishman, but then he also got like some vampire-esque looking ways, so is he a fishman or is he something different? Either way, if he is a fishman, he's the most badass fishman I've ever seen. He makes Horty Jones look like a bitch, even though Horty Jones makes Horty Jones look like a bitch, but that's a different topic for a different video. And overall, this chapter is pretty decent. It was really just, like I said, Bartolomeo and Bellamy back and forth, really just showing, like, progression and introducing more Bartolomeo and making us give a shit about him. Now I really care about him between the last chapter of how he took out Maynard, the Vice Admiral, and this chapter how he's throwing a bomb. We learn that he's apparently one of the new supernovas. He's ultimately just like one of the most feared pirates and one of the most pirates that people want gone. They want him out of here. And then we got Bellamy trying to ride Doflamingo's nuts. So this is going to be an exciting one. I can't wait to see how this tournament unfolds. We got the blocks ready. And I feel like this is like a more intense version of the Tenkaichi Budokais of like Dragon Ball. I don't know. I just really get excited for tournaments like this, especially the way it's set up. And we got badasses, we got cruel ass people, and it's gonna be really exciting. So this chapter, can't wait for the next one. Honestly, I like that how it's been set up and everything in the blocks. I wish we would have had Luffy in this block because ultimately I don't think Bellamy's gonna be able to survive out of this one. I think if there's only one person that's gonna survive out of the block, it's gonna be Bartolomeo. So we might not get a Luffy versus Bellamy rematch, even though I would love to see Luffy beat the dog shit out of him because you might have a newfound self-respect for yourself, but at the end of the day, Luffy will still kick ass. Let's be real, Bellamy. Let's be real. But hopefully after they get rid of Dogma and all his paid-off dogs, we can actually get a little bit of a demonstration of what Bellamy is like as far as power-wise. Maybe him and Bartolomeo. Maybe Bartolomeo is actually going to serve a purpose as far as to demonstrate Bellamy's powers of what he's learned, but I think Bartolomeo is going to take it. That's just me. The way Oda's hyping him up, the way he's like a new supernova, ultimately, I'm going for Bartolomeo. What do you guys think, though? Who's going to take this one? I doubt it's Dogma and his dogs, but if you think that as well, then go for it. But mainly, Bellamy or Bartolomeo, who's going to take it? I'm going Bartolomeo all the way. Dude looks like a beast, and I'm rocking with him right now. I'm liking this new dude, this supernova, this craziness, this evilness. I'm going for him. But yeah, that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait to see how this tournament is going to keep playing out, because right now it's looking good. This chapter didn't have as much as the last chapter where it had like a lot of things going on, but it focused more so on a couple key things that are going on right now, and I kind of appreciated that instead of like, you know, having like a lot of things going on. And the rating for this chapter, it's a 3.5 out of 5. I give it that because it was really just building up, and hearing about Skypiea really got my interest again, and seeing that Bellamy might have changed and gotten a lot stronger, and you know, when he gets on Doflamingo's nuts, shit's gonna get crazy. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.